Brooklinn Khoury was chatting with her cousin when the family pitbull, whom she had known for years, suddenly jumped at her face, biting her mouth and nose and mauling her without warning. Brooklinn didn't understand what was happening. All she could see were the massive pitbull's teeth and gums tearing into her flesh. She tried pushing the beast away, but it wouldn't let go. Pitbulls have a bite force of more than 235 pounds per square inch, about a third of the power of a lion's bite. Imagine those powerful jaws clenching on your mouth while its muscular body hangs from your face. After almost a full minute of being attacked, Brooklinn managed to push the dog away. A strange, cold breeze of air flooded her nose and mouth. Something was off, but she had no idea what it was. In a state of shock, she didn't feel any pain, but her cousin was staring at her in horror. Brooklinn took out her phone to look at herself with her camera. She couldn't believe her eyes. Her face was covered in blood, and her entire upper lip and part of her nose were gone. Brooklinn was rushed to the hospital, losing lots of blood along the way. Upon arrival, she was asked to cover her face because her injuries were too gruesome to look at. At that point, she realized that even if she survived, her life would never be the same. Brooklinn is far from the first person to be hospitalized due to a pit bull attack. Pit bulls attack more people than any other breed and are the dogs most likely to cause a fatality.
Breaking news in Northwest Harris County. New video into our newsroom shows the moments leading up to a man being attacked by two dogs.
Pit bulls run across the street and approach the man.
They had him by his face, both of them just, Man, I seen two pit bulls.
But some experts say pit bulls don't deserve their bad rap. The ASPCA says they can be one of the most gentle dogs around. So why do they seem so naturally dangerous? Did humans make them this way? And how was this aspiring model supposed to move on without the bottom half of her face? Let's start with lips, an important feature of the body that we use every day. They are essential for eating, speaking, and, of course, keeping unwanted items from entering our bodies. So, after surviving the vicious attack, Brooklinn needed to have her upper lip back.
I still feel my upper lip. It is the weirdest feeling ever. While I'm eating, my brain is like, close your mouth, and I try, and my food just goes everywhere. It's crazy, but I get really itchy on my upper lip, I feel sharp pains, and nothing's there at all.
She spent a whole year covering her mouth with gauze and masks to protect her gums and nose, all while searching for a doctor who could perform the surgery she needed.
Oh, I finally found a doctor. I'm working with a doctor. I have surgery coming up. Really soon.
Finally, in November of 2021, 1 year after the attack, she found the right doctor and was about to have her surgery. During surgery, the doctor had to extract nerves, an artery, and a portion of skin from one of her arms, then attach them to her face, connecting arteries, veins, and nerves to the new lip. It was an intricate procedure with a high risk of complications.
It's not going to look like a perfect lip. It's just the foundation. But one part of it, the inner part, then becomes the new inside mouth.
But before we show you the outcome, let's talk about why it happened in the first place.
Are pit bulls really the most dangerous breed of dog? Bark Animal Shelter sent us a list of all reported dog bites in Houston in the last year. The biggest culprit was the pit bull.
Arguably, pit bulls are the deadliest dog breed in the world. They're responsible for more human and dog deaths than any other breeds combined. Yeah, despite being barely 6% of the global dog population, pit bulls are responsible for 70% of all dog attacks on humans. Originally bred in the United Kingdom in the 19th century, they're a mix between bulldogs who were bred for bullfighting and terriers who were known for hunting. In those times, pit bulls were mostly used for hunting big game, not humans. That came a little later. They were trained to attack other animals. Their aggression toward humans is likely related to their use in illegal dog fighting, where trainers raise them to develop a vicious temperament. Studies have shown that people who own aggressive breeds of dogs are more likely to have convictions for violent crimes. This might explain why pit bulls are involved in a higher number of deadly attacks. So the problem might not be the pit bull, it's more likely to be human abuse and neglect. After Brooklynn's attack, authorities determined that her cousin's dog should be euthanized.
Sadly, it was not my choice with the dog. Had to be euthanized. It was put down after the attack, after I got admitted into the hospital. Legally, you have to put down your dog when an accident like this occurs. It was not my decision. I never want to see a dog put down, but in this incident, the dog was euthanized.
An important reminder that if you love your pets, keep them in check. Train them in a way that doesn't encourage violence, and be cautious around them, no matter how much you trust them. Okay, now let's go back to the operating room. Brooklynn's surgery took a grueling 20 hours, but it was a success. By the end, she had a brand new lip and began a whole new phase of her life. After 7 surgeries, Brooklynn's face now closely resembles its former self.
And now there is.
But her outlook on life has changed drastically.
I learned to love myself within this last year, no matter how I look.
Going through the tough recovery process, Brooklyn insisted that this incident wouldn't change her. She would continue to live positively and energetically. Now, through social media, she encourages other people to live this way too, maintaining positivity about their bodies and enjoying life, no matter what. And even though she'll always be a dog lover, she confesses that she'll be cautious around pit bulls for the rest of her life. You know, she'll probably want to avoid being around these guys too. They've got quite the reputation for ripping faces. And if they don't go for your face, they'll probably go for your genitals instead. So yeah, if you ever come face to face with a chimpanzee staring you down, back away slowly and pull up our next episode of How to Survive.